Here on the very first day of the Hearthstone Winter Championships, joined right now by Savjz from Team Liquid Casting here, doing the whole Hearthstone thing today. Savjz, what have you thought so far of the event?
Yeah, it's really awesome. I think that it's a really cool thing to kind of bring it together with the announcement to kick things off. Something a lot of people have been waiting for, and it bridges nicely from even though it's a different type of content, still Hearthstone related, and maybe it brought some new viewers to the esports side.
I did see it was like #1 on Twitch whenever I checked, so obviously pretty big event. What did you think of the games themselves today?
The games were pretty cool. A little bit different meta than what I expected, like Control Warrior thing that people were playing with the Gore Howl and some interesting tech choices. That was a surprisingly common pick. But the games were pretty good. We saw some misplays. There were some huge mistakes done like from WTY Bill. There was a really questionable play where he cleared off a Doomsayer, where it actually would have been beneficial to just let the Doomsayer effect happen. And there was another instance with a player named Snail where maybe he was playing too carefully in a certain situation. But overall, the game quality has been really high.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think it's just like nerves whenever we see such huge mistakes? Because Hearthstone is very funny in that in some instances, you know, there is like very clearly a best play usually that you can try to figure out, and yet still sometimes on stage we'll just see like ridiculous stuff or somebody misses a lethal or something. Why do you think we still see that sometimes in Hearthstone?
I mean, there's a lot of reasons, and I think that some of the plays, the mistakes that were made here today as well, the players who made the mistakes got kind of punished for it, and it resulted in a game loss. But there's always that certain randomness involved. There's a lot of skill, but there's also that tiny bit of randomness. So maybe, just maybe, like the top 8 that made it to the championship are not exactly like the 8 best American players. They are like some of the best. There's no bad players here at all, but it's pretty cool. Like the Snail, for example, like his story is great. Like he feels like okay, like he's like kind of like representing the viewer back at home who might not be a professional player, who's just like has a great story and like showing that anybody has a chance, even if it's not like, even if his chance is not the best out of the 8.
Right, kind of that underdog story of people getting in.
Definitely.
Really cool. Do you have any predictions for the next few days?
Well, I think that Amnesiac is going to do really well. He's really good and also has a really nice story to him. Like only 15 years old. Apparently, like what he says, he focuses on other things than Hearthstone. He has sports and school above it, but he has had plenty of time to play Hearthstone too, and he does it so well. It's really impressive to watch him play, and he can really for such a young player, he's really can keep himself calm and like focus on the task at hand. It's really impressive.
Yeah. For you, also, what's going on? I mean, stepping away from the game for just a little bit, what's going on with you these days? What's happening? I know on Team Liquid, I bumped into you randomly when I was at the Team Liquid place a couple weeks ago. So what's going on in your world?
Well, I'm still like I'm kind of doing all things Hearthstone related right now. I'm trying to stream as much as I can when I'm traveling to these type of events or if I'm competing. I haven't been competing that much in like past 9 months or so. I played one big online tournament and it actually worked out quite well. So a month ago, Cursed Trials, and I finished 2nd place, so that was really happy with that one. I've been doing more and more casting, but that's not exactly like my main focus. I don't have a plan like, okay, I'm gonna become a caster and just leave playing. That's not at all what I'm going for. So like the casting thing is kind of like a happy accident. It was something that I didn't plan for at all. I got asked to cast an event, and I thought, okay, that's a pretty cool event. I mean, I would love to cast that one, and like getting paid for it. Then like another event happened. It was just like kind of like this weird cycle, and I guess I still don't feel like I'm a perfect caster by any means, but apparently I'm doing something right since they keep asking me back. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. But
either that or there's just not that many other options. You know, like other people aren't answering the calls, right?
Yeah, I mean, the truth be told, at least, especially like last year, the talent pool was extremely limited. It's just the fact that there was so few people who were like established, and when tournament organizers were running Hearthstone tournaments, it's like, okay, there's like these who have done before, and how do you just like randomly get somebody? It's almost impossible. So this year Blizzard did do the so you think you can cast thing where
Yeah.
where a new talent got picked up. And here, for example, in this event, we have Songbird and Sottle, who were also casting at preliminaries, and they are back here, and I think both of them do an amazing job.
So finally, I know we've only seen some of the cards so far, but obviously this morning we saw the announcement and grand unveil for Whispers of the Old Gods. What is sort of your immediate response or thoughts on that expansion announcement?
Well, about the theme, I'm extremely happy. It's one of my favorite themes out of World of Warcraft world. I haven't played World of Warcraft myself for like 7 or so years, so
right.
I'm not really in the loop what's going on there. But when I did play Ankirai and the cartoon and all the stuff was really awesome. So I'm loving the theme. Like the theme is really strong. Like so it's an extremely powerful card and like has cool mechanics. There's a lot of like deck building involved, trying to like get the best possible cartoon deck going. And
right.
I'm really excited to be trying out their old cards and their synergy cards.
The announcement came out today, but obviously we have to wait
Oh, yeah.
a little bit over a month potentially to get access to the cards and before it actually hits. So any thoughts on what the next month will be like, or are you really disappointed we have to wait for so long?
Well, I mean, the announcement was that it's going to be late April, early May. So that's this is like just me speculating, but I imagine that the goal is to release it on late April, and then it's like kind of like why there's no exact date. Could be
right.
like if there's something that like pushes it back. So there's a lot of things that like might be like a little bit surprising, but well, we'll see about it. I believe that the hype train is just left the station, and the card reveals are gonna start coming now, and like every week it's just going to get we're gonna get more and more cards. It was mentioned that streamers and YouTubers have been given cards, and I also I'm going to at some point be revealing a card.
Oh,
I'm
so
pretty
you have a
excited.
card, okay.
Yeah, so
And you can tell me what that card is after the camera's done rolling?
I cannot.
Okay,
No,
well.
I don't. No, I cannot tell you anything about it. Just yet, you're gonna have to wait. I apologize, but the cards getting revealed, I think it's gonna build up a lot of hype, and the cards from the set. I would imagine like the cards are going to be released by Blizzard themselves, and probably. Because there's only 4 main gods, and one
right.
of them was already really revealed. So I would imagine that those are going to be by Blizzard. But in the past, there were some cards that were maybe not that powerful, and like the community members were given cards that were a little bit like, okay, well, this is actually like not very good.
Not the cooler
yeah,
cards.
So,
yeah.
So I don't. This is not like confirmed information or anything, but I think that this time around all the like community, like the YouTubers and streamers and everybody are given like rare or better cards.
Yeah.
I believe that might be the case. So it should be like all of them should be like really cool cards.
Well, thanks so much for the interview. Is there anything that you would like to say to any of your fans out there?
Well, with the new standard mode coming out in late April, early May, once the expansion hits, I'm actually looking forward to like maybe competing a little bit more than I have right now. It's like the main reason I've been not playing as much as this god, because it's like I might have been like not that happy with the exact like meta game
right.
or so. So I'm really looking forward to potentially competing more, and shout outs to Team Liquid. Really happy to be part of the organization, and everything is like it's just it suits me perfectly. And thanks to you for having me. Yeah, the interview.
Well, thank you so much for waiting around for such a long time. I know we had some technical issues getting all this stuff set up, and then obviously you're coming off a very long production cast. So thank you so much for the interview. For everyone else, this is Yahoo Esports.